So the podcast you're about to listen to or watch, either case, was recorded in Minden, Nevada, in the Sun Valley Fox's backyard. It was beautiful. We weren't planning on recording, so all we had was a laptop with built-in microphones. We actually had to extract the audio and bump it up a bunch. We couldn't do much about the wind noise, so we're hoping that the audio version is acceptable and to your liking. It was a fun show, but the video version will be much better. That'll be posted on YouTube right away. The link will be in the description, but if you want to see the video version, you can see our mouths moving with the words, so it came out a little bit better. We do apologize for the quality while we were on the road, but it was a last minute thing. I really hope you guys enjoy it. Have fun. Welcome to KGXT, Gen X Talks podcast, live from Central California. Making plans with the boys. I'm gonna hit the town. Yeah, I'm gonna make some noise. I'll push past the pain and my wounded pride. I'm gonna live it up. Yeah, stay out all night. But sure, I've had some better times. And I can't count all the tears I could write. And maybe down my last night. Yeah, but the blues to me just fine.
Need to get done.
I am starting. This is starting. You say something.
Would you
I'm
just
going.
start the podcast? I know we're not in studio. We're out of
could
your
you-
element.
You know, they think it's a green screen. Look at this beautiful green screen behind us. This is actually the property that we bought. It's already furnished. It has a house with furnishings in it. It's got a koi pond with fish in it, and it came with a dog and a crusty old guy around here somewhere who's the maintenance guy. Sun Valley Fox. He's the maintenance. That's where we're at. We're broadcasting from a secret location in Minden, Nevada. So we're trying to do the podcast. We're trying to be on time. We're trying to be studious about what we're doing.
Yeah, because we were supposed to be home today.
We're not home today.
We're not
We're not
home
home.
today.
This is not the roaring southern deserts of Southern California.
This isn't the studio.
No, we are not. As
We are
you
not
might,
200. We're not
We're not-
200 feet below
we are
occupied.
not 200 feet below occupied
No.
California, as you might have noticed. All right, so we got to begin. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to Gen X Talks podcast. And we're not in KGXT studios. We are in a secret location in Minden, Nevada. This is not a green screen. This is a real background of a real place, and you're really looking at it. Yeah, I know. You wish you were here, but you're not, so shut up. All right, so let's get this over with. Let's get the podcast on the way so we can be done. We have to scream because we're on a shitty little microphone on a shitty little Mac laptop.
And we're not in studio.
How many times are you going to
I
tell
just
people
want to make
that?
sure people know that.
You really think people believe that's a green screen? It's
Yes.
not a green screen. All right. So, what do you got? Where are we at?
I don't know. What do you want to talk about?
What have we not talked about?
I don't know.
The Hollywood show.
Oh, yeah, that was Saturday.
Saturday we did as you guys know, we did the
Friday
world
night garage show.
world show first
Right.
on Friday, then the garage show, which for some reason was a huge success. You guys really liked the garage show on Friday night. It was to be continued because the truck is not fixed. And then the next morning we got up and went down. We saw Haywood Nelson and his bride, Blingy. And I went to Burbank. They had a big shindig down there with all sorts of TV and movie actors from the 70s and 80s. And Haywood asked us to come down there and support him. We did not go down there as Gen X Talks.
Nope.
No. I'll tell you the story, what I did. And then you guys, some of you heard it on the bottom of the glass show. But, Jimmy Walker was on Good Times. There was a show with a black family. And Jimmy Walker was kind of the tall, skinny black kid, one of the main characters. On the other side of it was another black family type show, which was What's Happening, which is the one Haywood was on. And they also had a taller, skinnier black main character. And his name was Raj, and he was played by Ernst. I can't remember Ernst's last name right now. Anyway,
Thomas.
Ernst Thomas, that's right.
Hello.
So I went up to meet Ernst. I hadn't met him in person. And I waited in line until all the fans were around. I shook his hand, and I said, I can't believe I'm talking to JJ, Jimmy Walker. Come on, Jimmy Walker, say something. And he's shaking my hand. He's like, no. I'm not Jimmy Walker. I'm Ernst Thomas. That's the wrong show. That's Good Times. I was on What's Happening. What are you talking about? I'm saying, come on.
You didn't know what to say to you.
Well, he wanted to tell me to shut up, but there was all these fans around, so he had to be nice. He had to be polite.
You put him on the spot.
And I'm shaking his hand, and I won't let go. I said, come on. You too, Jimmy Walker. Say dynamite. Come on, say dynamite. Come on, baby, say it.
Wrong person.
And he's going, wrong person. To which, of course, I knew that, but I wasn't letting him off the hook. And he was I really embarrassed him with it because he was trying to politely tell me that I'm an idiot. And of course, Haywood, the guy who played Dwayne, Haywood standing right next to him, who is my friend, he knew I was going to do it. He's holding back his laughter. And then finally I let Ernst off the hook and said, I know, man, I'm just fucking with you. I know who you are. I know you're not Jim Walker. He was so relieved because he didn't know how to get out of this when you call him the wrong We're not even in studio. That's one yawn. We're not even in studio. This is complete bullshit. What's the over-under on yawns in Minden, Nevada? Somebody want to get those going here? So that was how the show started there at the Hollywood show in Burbank. It was a lot of fun. We went down there with the kid. Briggs brought his girlfriend Addie, and we walked around.
Trippy was there. Trippy
Pineapple was there. And one of the actors from the early '80s was in a movie called The Last Dragon. His nickname was Bruce Leroy. He's the black kung fu guy. Tamak was his name?
Yeah.
He's a one-word name, kind of like Cher.
He's now following us.
Oh, is he?
On Instagram.
He follows us now?
He now follows us.
So the kid, Briggs loves the movie The Last Dragon. Yeah. And so we went and talked to him for a few. That was fun. And then where else we go? Oh, you know who was there? There's 2 yawns. I'm calling
it's only like 5 minutes
I know.
in.
I'm calling the over-under on this at 6 yawns, just so you guys know. I'm saying over-under's right at 6. We'll see how it goes. We went. Barbara Eden was there. I didn't get to talk to her from I Dream of Jeannie. She's like 92 years old. What a beautiful, classy lady. Oh, you're also going to have to talk about her. Gorgeous in the background.
She's gorgeous.
There
Is that better?
A little bit. Thank you. She stayed with every person. She was polite. She signed every autograph. She took time with everybody. What a gracious star she was. That was fun to watch her. There was a bunch of people there. I got to admit, there was a lot I didn't know. There's 3 yawns. We're at 3 yawns, and I'm still calling the over-under at 6, but I might be way off.
He's counting off screen. The grumpy person.
Yeah, the grumpy groundskeeper has got a flashcard behind it. So, what else was there? Oh,
who else did we see?
There was somebody else there that I was talking to, but
Heather Thomas
didn't speak. Oh, I know. Do you guys remember the show Emergency?
Oh yeah.
You guys remember Emergency with Gage and DeSoto, and the younger guy with the dark hair? His name was Randolph Mantooth. He was 78 years old or something. He was there. And she had a crush on him. When I
love the show Emergency.
And you had a crush on him. So
I did. Engine 51.
Squad 51. See the man. So I went up to Randolph and I'm like, look, man, I've been yelling at you about your TV show for years. Now I'm going to tell it to your face. And of course, he's 78 and he's sitting in this chair looking at me like, what are you talking about? And I said,
what'd I do?
Well, I was going to tell you what you did, Randolph Mantooth. My wife has had a crush on you. Now my wife's right here. And when she comes up here to get an autograph, I want you to be putting no moves on my woman. And so then he got the joke, and he laughed about it. And then, of course, she goes up and sits with him for a few minutes. He was, again, very polite, very gracious, signed the picture. And it was a nice man. That's 4. We're now at 4.
We're not even 10 minutes in.
We're not even 10 minutes in. Can you at least pretend the show is interesting?
I'm trying.
Can you pretend that the podcast is an interesting part of your day?
This is the first time in days we've sat.
You know what? I got to be honest with all you guys here. It's not that she's bored. She yawns during sex, too. So don't worry about it.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Anyway, so Randolph Mantooth was kind and generous. And once I told him, I wasn't really yelling at him as a joke about my wife, he thought it was great. There were so many people there that were wonderful, but there were so many actors and actresses that I didn't recognize, and there was no line. Nobody was waiting in line to meet them, and I felt bad, but they're like obscure characters in a movie I didn't see.
Or it was before we were old enough to watch TV.
Or from the 60s.
Yes.
You just didn't know. So
maybe if you were a boomer.
Maybe. There was a bunch of people there, and it was a lot of fun. I think we got recognized as Gen X Talks walking around one time. But
You
it was
made that guy's day.
he was
He didn't want to be there.
he did
This
not
guy
wanna
that,
be
that
there.
found Gen X Talks.
He didn't want to be there.
His wife dragged
he
him
says,
there.
my wife drugged me here, but now that I found you guys,
It made
man,
his whole day.
it made my day. And so he took a picture with Briggs and I and Gen X Mom, and it was cool. So that was a good one. And then that was kind of, so we get back from that. We had to race back.
Wait. Who was the one that you really wanted to see?
Well, I wanted to see Michael Biehn, and he was the, you guys would probably recognize him. Michael Biehn is, he was the main guy in Terminator 1. He was saving Sarah Connor, running around. He was the guy sent back in time.
The cop, right? Was he,
No, he
cop?
wasn't a cop. He was in Terminator 1, and he was driving around with her in the Jeep trying to stay away from Arnold Schwarzenegger in 1.
Oh, that's right.
And then he was also a Navy SEAL in The Abyss. When they lowered it down, he was the psycho one that was cutting his arm, trying to get focused. And then he was also in The Rock with Sean Connery. He's the guy who came up through the sewer with the gun and said, "You Marines took an oath to defend this country. I cannot give that order." You know, he was the one arguing. But you guys probably know him best from Tombstone. He was Johnny Ringo in Tombstone. And,
your favorite movie.
One of my favorite movies of all time.
You love that movie.
And he didn't show up. And there were people waiting in line for 2, 3, 4 hours that would not get out of line because they wanted to meet him when he showed up. And he kept calling the people there saying, "I'm on my way, I'll be there in a minute, I'm on my way." And then he never showed up.
So bad.
It was bad. So that was... Hey, what do we do there?
It just...
Screensaver. Anyway, so it was...
Hi, we're back.
We're back. That was disappointing, but we had left because I had waited as long as I could, and then it was like, all right, I just got to go. But it was terrible to hear. Well, Haywood, who we went there for, Haywood Nelson, he knows him. They did a movie together with some stuff, and he was going to bring us over and introduce him because I was a fan of Michael's.
But he never showed up.
Never showed, so we left early.
Disappointing.
So we left and raced home, got back over the hill, 2 hours home, and we did the Bottom of the Glass show. So some of this is a repeat story if you guys saw the show. And then we packed after that show, and we scooted off at 7 in the morning. We were off towards Reno because we're up here. We're scouting out a new location for KGXT Studios. I think
we are. That's a good way to look at that.
That's the way we should frame this.
That's promote that.
We're trying to plant our flag, the KGXT Studios and Gen X Talks flag, in a new location. So we've been scouting locations in Nevada, and we came up with something that we're getting close to.
We think we found something. It's
really amazing because, and I'll tell you guys a short story here about how this came to the point we are right now. We don't know anybody here in any businesses per se. You know, her brother, the Sun Valley Fox, lives here, and that's good. Dr. McDreamy lives here. We're all right there. But, you know, as far as looking at a piece of property and saying, well, how much would it be to clear the property? How much would it be to put in electrical or drill a pump for water? We don't know if we're getting taken advantage of. I don't know what those things cost. And we're only talking to realtors, and realtors are just referring us to their friends. So I have a meeting later today to discuss these things, but I don't know if I should trust any of the words they're telling me. And I guess you could get 3 or 4 estimates, but how long can I stay here? I got to get on the road. We're already overstaying, our stay in Reno. We're already adding more days to it to try to finish all this in. And so we got to a point where I said, okay, all we can do is talk to these guys, listen to their numbers, and if the cost of the property and all these things adds up and we can still afford to buy a house and put it on there, maybe we can do something. But I really don't. I'm scared to death that I'm trusting these guys, and I shouldn't. Their numbers. You talk about selling your house. You list your house and sell it. You're committed. You're going. You bought the property and you're going. If these guys lied to you, you're in trouble. Yeah. So we went
and it's our money, not theirs.
Right. They don't care. So we went to the Reno meet and greet. The usual suspects were there that came out.
Whoa. We went to my birthday dinner, and we went to Dr. McDreamy's birthday dinner.
Okay, let's get the birthday dinner out of the way. Go ahead.
We had dinner for our birthday. Wasn't it fun, though? Come on.
It was fun, but we could have gone around the other way. We could have talked about the birthday dinner afterwards. I know it's first on your notes, most important to you, but yes, Dr. McDreamy and Gen X Mom shared a birthday. We went to Charlie Palmer's.
Charlie Palmer's, that's right.
Charlie Palmer Steakhouse, and they both got you a little slice of cake.
Yes, we did.
And Dr.
He was quick on the wish.
He
blowing
was
out the candle.
blowing out the candle. He had a wish already in mind, whatever his was.
That was a quick wish.
Yeah, he'd already had it pre-planned.
Because he blew his candle out,
and I was like, "What?" Before I could get done saying, "Make a wish." Oh, you did. You blew the candle out.
Yeah,
so
I took my time.
Yeah, and well, you have many wishes. You had to pick one.
I did.
He apparently only had one wish.
I had multiple to choose from.
So, Dr. McDreamy's wife, MarcyZavala.com, was there. MarcyZavala.com. And her sister was there and her brother-in-law.
Right.
Okay, her brother-in-law was fun. I think he liked me. I don't think her sister liked me at all.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
I mean, I was trying to be polite and engaging, but she looked at me. I think she was looking at me with total disdain. Like she's tolerating my big, fat, natural, white dumbass.
She did ask how we knew everybody knew each other.
Well, and that goes bad when you guys get asked that question and we say, well, Dr. McDreamy, Gen X mom, and I, we've all known each other since we were 5 years old. All of a sudden, everybody feels like an outsider looking into our world. So I don't think I would have told them that. You could have said.
But Marcy's the one that told it. We didn't say anything she said.
But she did not. Her sister did not. Marcy Zavala's sister did not take to me. I think when she looked at me, she forced a smile. Just my opinion. I liked her just fine, but I think I rubbed her the wrong way. And I think her husband and I got along fine.
Yeah,
we talked a little bit. He was a cool cat.
Yeah.
Then there was, kids and nephews and stuff that were at the other end of the table. I wish we had a different table configuration. I would have liked to get to know them a little better. But the birthday went on great. There was nice food, and everybody had a good time. 2 candles, blow out the wishes, and we're done.
Yep.
That's how. Yeah. Is that it? Can we get down with the recap?
All right. That's about it. Yeah.
So where was I? Now that you've interrupted that story. Oh yeah, the Reno meet and greet.
A little one.
Little one. So the usual suspects, people that live here in Reno, showed up, and we were talking, and Mike Perkins was there running security and having a good time. He got there early and stayed late. And I told you guys, this is why I didn't want to interrupt my flow of my story.
Oh, is that it?
You can't. I told them about the build-up. Now I have to recap.
My bad.
Yeah, you just let things
just
go.
My bad.
Then shut up.
I apologize.
Shut your pie hole.
I'm sorry.
What I was trying to paint you guys the picture is that I got ready for this meeting. I wasn't sure if I should trust these guys, but I don't know anybody. And I got the meeting set up, and I gave you guys a big build-up. You guys are going to forget about it now because you interrupted with a whole other dumb story.
Like a commercial.
So we decided to go to the meet and greet, meet everybody, sit down. But in the back of my mind, I'm still worried about this next meeting tomorrow, and it's going to be, do I trust these guys? I don't know anybody, but I don't have a choice. So we're sitting there at the meet and greet. Now, see how I built up? This is right where you interrupted really last time. This is where you normally derail everything.
It was good.
Shush!
That was really good.
Shush!
I like that one.
All right.
Okay, you're good.
So,
continue on.
There was a woman who showed up.
A woman.
Didn't give me permission to use her name, so I won't. She's very beautiful and younger.
Watches us on TikTok.
And was all about Gen X Talks.
Yes.
Just listens to the podcast, was talking about Gen X Talks. And she brought her husband, and he just sat there. And for the first few minutes, he just kind of sit back in his chair like, all right.
We're here.
And he admitted, she makes me watch your videos. So when you think
Sounds
about
like somebody I know.
Yeah, you do that to me all the time. You look at this, look at this, look at this.
You got to watch this.
So he says, he goes, it's not that I don't like you guys. She makes me watch the videos, think you guys are great. But he said, meeting people in person never turns out like you think it's going to. He said, so I'm here.
It's a disappointment.
Yeah, but he listens for a little bit. We're talking for a while. He's kind of getting into it. He's kind of figuring out, because we're talking Gen X Talks, and how he asked the question, even, how did this all start? So we answered him. We go through some stuff.
That's a normal question.
And he buys everybody drinks, so we're all engaged. And then the wife who had brought him said, in the podcast, we're talking about, you guys are moving. Did you find something? So I take that opportunity to recap the story I just told you guys. Before she interrupted, like she always does. And I said, I don't know how much for a septic tank, how much for a well, how much for power, how much to grade the land. But this guy's coming over. I'm unfamiliar. And I got done speaking to, talking to the group, but mainly because she asked, so I was speaking to them. And he said, the first words out of his mouth, he's like, do you believe in God? Or he goes, no. He goes, I don't know if you guys believe in God or God moments. And we all go, well, yes, we do, of course. And he said, I'm a contractor. I got an electrical business, and I'm a general contractor. And we talked more and more until he said, you know what? I will come out there and I will look at everything and I will give you fair numbers. And if we do this, I have subcontractors that are fair. And I've been in this town 25 years doing this stuff. He's got all the connections. He'll make it fair. He'll make it right. He calculated in his head and held up his calculator on his phone. He goes, this is the number I think I'm at to build the house and get stuff done. I go, that's really close to where I think I can be. He goes, then I can make it happen. If you want to plant your Gen X Talks flag here in Reno, I can get this done. If you got the money to get to this point, I can get it done. And I got to tell you,
that was amazing.
I had no idea. We went to the meet and greet just to talk to you guys. Had no idea when this guy sat down, who didn't want to come, didn't want to be there, and I certainly didn't push my stuff onto him like, oh, you're a contractor, well, come help me. Never said a word. This guy was, I'm telling you, he was. The words he was speaking were from his own heart, no prompting from us. And it was how, after 3 hours, we talked for 3 hours, these were his genuine feelings. He really got a connection with Gen X Talks, a connection with us, and was really becoming protective of this situation. Like, I can do this. You can listen to everybody else, but then when it comes time, let's do this together. And it was great. It was a great feeling because I remember after that stressful day of going, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know how this is going to pan out. I don't know what's going on. Having that guy all of a sudden appear out of nowhere.
Didn't know him prior.
It was a great feeling.
It was great.
Now you talk.
About what? What are we going to talk about? Yesterday when you weren't talking to me at all? Or yesterday when you drove back mad?
Because, okay,
yesterday was not
a good day. I have been on edge about all this land.
This has
money
not been a
issue.
vacation.
Not a vacation at all. However, you got to admit, you're fucking every little thing up, and I don't know why.
I have not. I was good yesterday.
What about the day before?
I wasn't good. But yesterday was a good day.
Yesterday, well, I'm going to tell you the day before. Let me give you, ladies and
man.
gentlemen, I have evidence to present to the jury, and the jury is you guys.
What, that the Queen's crown was slightly
tilted. Your crown was tilted.
Or 2 days ago it was.
Or you had it in your back pocket.
I was tired.
I mean,
I was whiny.
Okay,
I was tired.
let me submit something to the jury here, just so you guys can see what's going on. All right, number one, and these are little.
Wait, they're the jury?
Yes, they're the jury.
No.
These are little, stupid, insignificant things, but when you have 700 of them,
there's not 700.
Your life becomes miserable. Okay,
there wasn't 700.
I'm just going to give them 2. There was at least.
There was 2.
No, there was not 2. There was a full day of this stupid shit. I'll give you a dumb example.
He's just full of shit.
Okay, so we the wheelchair that I push around, we go into the hotel room, and it barely fits to the door. We bring it with me wherever I go so that if I need it, I got it. And I usually push it everywhere. I don't make people push me. But we'll bring it in. I say, now, the hotel room door barely fits the wheelchair. So when you open the door, I told her, step back into the bathroom because it's right there, and just reach around the corner and hold the door open with your hand. Why? Because I almost always run over her foot because she holds the door open with her foot. So I said...
Like you do.
Like you do. But I said, look, I'm trying to save you here. Every single time that we went into the hotel room door, I had to say, please stand around the corner and hold the door. I don't want to run into you. Now, most of the time she'd move with a grunt, and she's getting mad at me, and I'm like, this is for you, so you don't get run over. Not listening, and I finally get frustrated, and the next time we go into the hotel room, the bellhop is bringing the big cart in.
Oh, here we go.
The bellhop is bringing the big cart in. I look down, there's her foot, because she won't do it. Here comes the bellhop racing through. And this time I chose just to remain silent.
Did he run over my toes?
I'm not doing it. I'm not saying it. She's going to learn.
Did he run over my toes?
Like teaching a child.
Did
She's
he run over
learn.
my toes?
No. You know why?
But
Because at the last minute, you did it my way. You
No.
moved your foot and you held the door.
I didn't do it your way.
Yes, you did. You moved your foot, you held the door with your hand, and she learned.
If I would have done it your way, I would have done it that way the first time. I didn't. I did it my way.
Just do what I tell you. It's for your benefit. It doesn't change anything about me. I'm trying to save you from getting run over.
Your way is not always the right way.
It is always the right way.
No, it isn't.
Always. Just ask me. I'll tell you.
Every single time.
All right. So here's another one. Here's another one. So we're driving through. I say I want to take to this place we're going to look for a house.
Oh, is this number 2?
This is number 2.
But you're only going to do 2.
I'm gonna do 4.
No, you're not.
Because you said there was only 2, so I guess I can only do 2.
You're only doing 2.
So I said, I'm looking at the little nav screen, and I go, let's take Highway 341 and take it over the mountain. We'll take a different way to where we're going. She gets all mad. She goes, it's not 341, it's 431.
I was dyslexic yesterday.
I said, okay, I'm
or
sorry.
2 days ago.
I'm sorry, I couldn't read. It's a really small thing. All right, 431. Don't bite my head off. So she plots a thing in there on Route 431. Now, of course, being the polite guy I am, I text the Sun Valley Fox, say, hey, we're coming up over Route 431. We'll be there in an hour or so. And that's all I write. Then as we're passing signs, it's 341. I go, I said 341. You yelled and corrected and made fun of me that it was 431. Now we find out it is 431, and now I look like a fucking idiot to the Sun Valley Fox.
Did we get to the same place?
Because he's looking at my text going, dumbass doesn't even know what road he's on.
Did we get to the place we
He
wanted
was
to go?
polite enough not to say something to me. I had to wait till I got off the windy road and text him back and say, your sister can't fucking type or read.
Hey, did we get to where we were going?
Barely.
We got to where we were going.
Barely, and let me tell you why. Because as I'm driving, this is number 3.
No.
This is
You
3.
said 2.
I lied.
No.
This is number 3. So as we're
man.
driving on this windy road, it's beautiful scenery, and she's like, "Oh my God, look at that!" And I'm like, "I can't. I'm trying to drive. It's windy, and we're doing 45 miles an hour." A minute later, she goes,
Every woman relates.
Look at those rocks." And I said, I can't. I'm driving. Next one, she goes, "Oh my gosh, did you see that?" And she looks over and goes, "You didn't even look. You didn't look. I told you there was something there." And again, I said, "I'm fucking driving. You asking me to look at stuff. I can't." So much like...
You're just not a good driver.
Much like the toe incident, I decide I'm going to teach her a lesson. So I say out loud, just like I'm going to let the bellhop run over her toes because she's not listening. Now I'm determined to just do something to teach her a lesson. So I tell her, the next time you yell at me to look at something while I'm driving on a road like this, I'm going to look, I'm going to fucking plow right off the road, into the mountain, into the guardrail. And when you ask me why I crashed, I'm going to say, well, honey, I was just doing what you wanted. I was looking at what you demanded I look at while I'm driving.
Hey, don't think I wasn't thinking about doing it one more time.
I swear to God, if you would have, I'd have put us into the wall on turn 4. I just can't.
Tempting fate there. I was going to do it.
I just
really
can't
was.
teach you. So here's the last one. Here's number 4.
Oh my gosh, you said 2.
There's 95. You're lucky I'm only doing 4. This one's so silly. She's going into the convenience store, and she says, "Can I get you?" I'm pumping gas. I'm filling up. She goes, "Can I get you something at the convenience store?" I said, "Well, I could use a small chocolate milk. I'm not very thirsty, but I could sure use a small chocolate milk." So she goes
All I heard was milk.
Okay, fine. You heard that. You heard that. She heard milk. Okay. I had said I just want a small chocolate milk. So she comes out with a bag full of shit, all for her, and I said, we're driving. I said, "Can I have my milk?"
Oh, yeah. Forgot the milk.
She goes, "Oh, shit, I forgot the milk." So I pulled back in. She goes back in for my small chocolate milk and comes out with a white homogenized D milk this fucking big. I go, "Well, who's that for?" I said,
they didn't have any small white milks. They had chocolate
she
milk.
goes, she said all they had was this or small chocolate milks. I go, "Well, that's convenient because that's what I fucking asked for. A small chocolate milk."
I was having a brain fart.
Your
all
whole day was this shit after shit after shit after shit. Everything she did was, I look at her and go, "What is wrong with you?" I mean, I love you, but
I was having a bad day.
that's only 4.
That's it.
That's
You can't
only
say anymore.
there must have been
No,
93
no more.
other ones. That's how the entire day
Okay,
went
so
with
that
her.
was 2 days ago. But
Yeah.
yesterday, I was good.
Well, okay, to be
I
fair,
made up for it the next day.
There-
Ah! I made up for
there's
it.
a caveat here. Hold
Oh
on.
my goodness. This better be you. Oh.
All right.
All right, I'm waiting.
She was better yesterday, comma.
You're welcome.
She was better yesterday, but I really believe it was out of fear. I think she was afraid. When she says, I was quietly, respectfully sitting in the corner, I'm going to tell you she might have been cowering in the corner with not knowing what to do.
About what? I wasn't afraid of anything.
I don't know about that.
I could have got out of that truck.
You know what?
I know people.
She is always this close to being a pedestrian.
I could have got
This
out.
close.
I
So
could have got out.
I, with my numbers and the realtor and all the shit I was going through and the phone calls, I like, this is
You
too much
lost your
money.
shit.
I lost my shit. I was pulled over on the side of the road talking and calculating. I go, what the fuck are we doing here? We can't afford this. Not going to work. I said, we're on our way to the Sun Valley Fox's house. And I said, I got to go back to the hotel.
No. I said, maybe we should go to my brother's, take a breath, and then, like, think about it and talk about it. And you said...
I don't even remember you saying that.
Yes, I did. I said that.
I
and
just
you
remember
said,
my
we're not
brain.
going there. That's exactly how
Why
I said
do I
it.
sound stupid
We're
when
not
you...
going there. We're going to the hotel.
Why do I sound stupid when you imitate me? Why
Because
can't
you
I
are.
why can't I have a normal voice? Why couldn't you say, we're not going there? Why do I
That's
gotta
not what
sound
you did.
why do I gotta sound dumb?
Because you did.
Okay, so I say I gotta go to the hotel room. We drive along, I go find a
You said it a
Rite
lot
Aiders.
meaner than that.
I did not say it meaner
Yes,
than
you
that.
did.
I don't have a mean bone in my body.
Oh, my God.
Just ask
Should
me,
I
I'll tell
start
you.
counting?
So I said, we need to stop. I need a pad of paper and a pen. And she did. When I said we were going to the hotel, she got quiet as a church mouse. She sat in that seat, didn't say a word, didn't argue, didn't give a suggestion because I was mad, I was angry, I was determined. I said, we're going to get out, go in there, get the pad of paper and a pen. She got back in the truck. We got back to the hotel room, held the door correctly with her hand, not her foot. We go in. Now I go into the bathroom real quick. Now when I come out, the desk area is set with the laptop running, pad and paper and pen. There's a Coke, there's a water, there's my phone, and the lights on.
You're welcome.
And she sat quietly across the room. Now,
Is that not a wife that knows her husband?
if you were doing that out of respect and kindness, you get applauded.
And that's what I was doing.
If you were afraid that I was going to snap out because the previous day's bullshit was still on my mind,
Nope.
then you were acting out of fear.
Nope. It wasn't out of fear. There was no fear, nothing.
All right. So I did.
So I do know you.
I did pencil stuff out. I got to a better place mathematically, and then we set up the meeting for the guy I don't trust, and then we went to the meet and greet, found the guy I do trust. That's kind of how all that. This has not been a vacation.
No, it's been tough.
This has been a struggle.
Lots of driving.
With moments of levity in between. We had a nice dinner with the Sun Valley Fox and his wife at the beginning. We had a good dinner with Damon, Dr. McDreamy. We had moments where things were good, but this whole thing has been stressful and staying an extra day. And then you got the kid at home letting the chickens out, and he let the fucking chickens out. Look at the camera. The chickens are running out in the yard.
The gate was left
The
open.
gate was left open. I go, hey, dumbass.
And the dogs were out there.
I don't know. Just it's not been a good trip overall. It's had moments of fun, moments of clarity, but filled with and when it happens with the woman you love, where she's just fucking up your day with stupid shit, you have to go, are you with me or against me on this? Are you working for me or are you part of the empire trying to squash the rebellion?
Ever fun? Is moving ever fun?
Yeah, but this is
No, it's not.
This isn't. We're not even moving yet.
Well, we're trying.
We haven't even started. We haven't even got to the.
Okay, well, I'm not looking forward to
We
moving.
haven't got to the not fun part yet.
Can you just move it for me?
Sure. Why don't you go buy the land and build a house for me?
No, you got to do that.
I'll take care of all your shit. I'll be glad to trade you.
You put
work
me
out.
on this pedestal,
Oh, for
and
Christ's
that's where I'm going
sake.
to stay.
I'm getting tired of that scenario.
Yeah,
so.
well, you put me there. That's your fault.
I have a lot of faults, but that's not one of them. All right, so that's been our trip so far. This background, which we mentioned before, if you're watching, not listening, if you're listening, you can't see it. You have to wait till the video comes out. This is the Sun Valley Fox's backyard. This is not a green screen that we stole from Microsoft. This is a real place with real stuff. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. You can see the mountains behind. That's where Tahoe is. And we're very grateful that he allowed us to spend some time here recording. But we're not done yet. This is two slides. So what else we got to talk about? Get your book out.
I have my book out.
Are we at the end of your book?
Yes, we are.
For Christ's sake. All right.
What else do you want to talk about?
I don't know. Let me see if my book's
About
up.
all the bumpy roads that you went on?
You
A
took
2-mile trek on a
She
bumpy road?
takes us on this road to look at this property. All I'm going to tell you is this is the only road you can get to this property, and it was 2 miles of gravel
It was
big
bad.
as softballs. No person in their right fucking mind would drive this every single day. You couldn't do it. It tore the truck up on one trip in and one trip out. And she goes, she's talking about the property. Well, it was not this. It had a nice view, and you could. I go, stop talking. I'm never driving on this road again as long as I live. And she goes, what are you saying? If I'm never driving on this road, we're never going to live there because this is the only road. She goes, oh, I think I'm catching on to what you're saying. Thank God. This was on the bad day. Remember the bad day that she had? This was part of the bad day.
Well, the other road was the one where you went on the little dirt paths that had the street names.
Okay.
But they were dirt, and you were saying that if you were a younger man, you would definitely live here. Do you remember that conversation?
These were roads of sand, and the street signs were handwritten by some guy who lived out there. And these were just trails out in the middle of nowhere. I was loving it. You're sitting there going, the bushes are scratching the truck. The bushes are scratching the truck.
That's exactly how I sound.
You see?
I didn't want to be there. You kept going. You just wanted to keep going and going.
Hey, not just 4. I got a few more because I wrote some stuff down.
So did I.
How about all...
Why weren't you on the same page as me?
No, 4 things you fucked up on.
Oh, shut up.
Here we go.
Nope.
Number 5.
No.
Number 5. Here's one. I told her...
I'm leaving.
I said, listen, I need you to text our son, the kid Briggs, because here's some things I want you to say. Now, I know that I said text for a reason, because usually she says, okay, what do you want me to text?
This was on my fucked up day.
I said, yeah, this was on your fucked up day. This is number 5. So she doesn't do it. I go, did you text him? No, I'll do it later. Did you text him? No, I'll do it later. After 2 hours go by, I go, fucking text him. And she goes, fine. What does she do? She calls him and says all the wrong shit. And here's an example. This is what she does. If we know the chickens got out, we know the dog could have eaten one or they could have flown away. We know the chickens got out. And I tell her, just go count the chicken. Tell him to go count the chickens. But she doesn't text that. She calls and says, all right, go count the chickens. What does my son say?
How many are there?
How many chickens should there be? I'm yelling, don't answer him. Because you said, I think 23. I got 23 chickens. He goes, okay, there's 23. I go, you gave him the answer. That's why I told you to text him, not call him because you don't know what to say. You're going to fuck it up. Now you've called, you fucked up.
Woosah. Woosah.
Just do what I ask. Please don't just text.
Oh my God, you wrote all this down.
Oh, I wrote all these down. Then I called Jacob, our brand manager, and I'm talking to him. I say, well, set these interviews up and do these interviews. I'm good with that. He goes, yeah, I don't feel comfortable setting the interview anymore.
That's
I said,
bullshit.
Why not? She goes, well, your wife left me hanging the other day. I called and said, could we set up the interview time? She said, I'm busy. I'll call you right back.
That's not how it went.
What happened?
Because when I texted him and apologized, he said it was no big deal. He said that.
Okay, did it happen, though?
Did what happen?
Did you fuck up and not call him and leave him hanging?
Yes, I did.
Okay, number 6. There we go. I told you it happened. What's the name?
But he forgave me. He understood.
I forgave you for all the shit, too. You still did it.
Oh, my God.
Go
down your list. Go. This must be the Beat Up Gen X Mom podcast.
No, but that one, well, why not every other one is you beating me up?
Go ahead. Continue.
So tell them about how you fucked up and you can't figure out because you got 6 valet cards in you now, in your pocket. And you're swiping all the cards and we're standing out front. And I'm like, where's the truck? We asked the valet. She takes the card, takes it up to the scanner, beep, beep. So your car comes up. And it says real quick, we'll retrieve your car.
No, it doesn't say that.
What does it say?
Nothing.
No, it's not true.
It doesn't say anything.
Yes, it does. It gives you a check mark and a little message that says, we'll get your car. If you have the wrong valet slip, it has a little saying similar. It says, you've already asked, this ticket has already been retrieved. She goes up there, waves the card, beep, message comes up, doesn't bother reading it, comes out there, we're waiting like 30 minutes for our truck from the valet.
Minutes. It wasn't 30
and
minutes.
I said, what did the message say? She goes, why? I said, because if you use the wrong card, it just says try another card. This one's been used. We could be standing here forever. So she goes, I used the right one. I said, what did the message say? She goes,
I don't know. I didn't look at the message. But that was the only valet card I had.
So then I go back and say, then how do you know we're getting the car?
Because it's the only valet card I had.
Then why, after another 5 minutes, did you say, maybe I should look through my purse, and you dumped out your entire purse looking for more valet cards?
Maybe, possibly.
Here we go. Here we go.
I could have had another valet card in there, but I didn't think so.
That's number 7. Do you see there's 94 of those that went on, and they didn't stop, and it was all day, and I'm trying to be patient going, I don't understand why you're not listening to me here.
I didn't sleep good the night before.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
I was tired.
None of us sleep good. We're trying. This is a mess. Nobody got any sleep. You didn't see me running off the road, did you? You didn't see me fucking everything up. I didn't get any sleep either.
Next time I'm going to have to keep a list.
Well, don't waste any ink. It'll be a really short list.
I don't use ink. I'm not archaic anymore. I use my phone.
There is nothing wrong with making a list with pen and paper.
I use a laptop or a phone.
So that's how this time. Don't call it a vacation. It has not been a vacation. And like I said, I'm fighting the world here, trying to resolve these issues. And I feel like my partner and best friend is just poking me in the ass with a fucking knife as she goes along.
That was a couple days ago. I wasn't like that today.
Okay, Okay, let me just ask you, as now this is a chick thing. What does that phrase mean? That was a couple of days ago. Because I know women that get cheated on by their husbands, and they bring it up all the time. And when the husband goes, that was last week, it seems to still be relevant. That was a year ago I cheated on you. It seems to still be relevant. How come you're the only woman that gets away with, that was a few days ago? You're not allowed to bring up the past. Do you know how contradictory that is? Just coming from your species, from a woman, to say that's in the past, we can't bring it up? Because that's all you women do, is bring shit up from the past.
Do I do that?
For you to say, well, that was a couple days ago. You know, I got to write this down, because if that's a rule, I'm playing too. No matter what you say to me, when I'm going to say, that was a couple days ago, honey.
Okay, I've been better. I've been better. How's that?
Yes, you have.
Okay.
But now that we know the rules, that I'm allowed to say, that was a couple days ago, don't bring that shit up anymore. Thank God, now I can play along too.
All right, fair.
For Christ's sake.
Game on.
I can't breathe. I cannot breathe right now. Although I to be fair, I really couldn't breathe. We had an incident at the meet and greet.
All right, drama queen, go for it.
Okay, just like I choked up a little bit.
Because you were sad?
I was sad at the behavior of my wife. Yes, I was sad.
You were sad.
What happened was that you guys know that sometimes during live stream, it hasn't happened in a while, but I get that thing where my throat closed up and I was trying to talk and it got worse and I started coughing. Every time you cough, it shrinks up a little more. And so she knew right away. Well, I was coughing into my hand. She ran to get napkins. Mike Perkins ran to get a soda because carbonation sometimes opens it up. So they literally, you took off at the bar. Mike took off at the bar I had to stop. Of course, I'm in front of everybody looking like a dumbass, but once it closed up, I'm like this close from passing out, because if you can't breathe. But she came back and got me cleaned up. Mike came back with a soda. You got a ladybug on you or something. Whatever this is. Look, right here. What is that thing?
What is it?
I don't know, but I killed it.
Wow.
Whatever it is gone now. See? Protector. Mighty hunter.
I didn't even get to see what it was.
No, I just saw it and took care of you. You're welcome. Look at that. This
Thank
protecting you in the wild. That's like a natural thing for a guy. I saw it. I zoned in and I killed it. I think that I should get some badonkadonk tonight for that. It's like killing a thing and bringing home steak and yeah.
Man.
Did something manly right there. Live, too. They caught it live. So.
Man. Well, bye.
All right, where are we at here? We're at 43 minutes, a little bit short, but not too bad. Is there anything good that's happened this trip?
We're sitting here right now, relaxing.
I will tell you this, that this at the Sun Valley Fox's location at his ranch, at this
Oasis
in
in the desert.
the desert. This is like this. If you look behind me, past this property, it is Sahara, all the way to Lake Tahoe. This is the Mecca of Minden right here. And I will tell you that being in this location, I'm not as angry at you. This environment has softened the blow.
Woosah.
I don't
Woosah.
I don't think we'll file for divorce today.
I can do that whenever you want.
You have been this close to divorce. I told her the other day, you got 3 strikes and you're out. We easily got to strike 19, and she still didn't care. Not even a little bit.
And you didn't divorce me.
She was still in the batter's box. 19 strikes later, she's still swinging for the fences.
I was fouling them off.
Absolutely.
That's what I was doing. I was fouling them
So
off.
there were 19 strikes, but it was all fouled up.
That's
Okay.
right.
Because it sure felt like you were swinging and missing. You were whiffing the whole day. Okay, fouling them off. You
Fouling
got
them
a
off.
piece of that one.
Yes, I did.
Anyway, I think we should go. I'm gonna have to watch this on volume up a couple times. I hope you guys can hear. The wind is going. I don't know how that's going to affect it, so I'm giving you my best effort. But if I can't
Okay, are you people done?
What
I
the
gotta,
fuck
I
is
gotta
going-
get. I gotta get off work at 3:30.
I told you this
okay?
place-
The lady said I gotta get out of here.
He's
Don't
got
get
a-
overtime.
the Sun Valley
I
Five's
don't
got
get
a broom.
overtime, Okay.
he's got a broom.
Let's clean this up. Huh?
He's trying to get rid of us. Okay, I
Okay.
guess we've overstayed.
Hang up.
We've overstayed our welcome. I told you the property came with a grumpy old groundskeeper. That's him. He's getting a broom and kicking us out. All right, listen, we got to go. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Coming to you from wherever you are to wherever we are around the planet, AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps you're listening in on the Armed Service Radio Network. Remember 2 things. 1, wherever you go, there you are. 2, I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Bye. See you
And
all
I'm out.
later.